In a world defined by interconnected seas and geopolitical complexities, the power of navies takes center stage. From protecting trade routes to projecting influence. So, what are the strongest naval forces in the world? Let us see. Number 10. Taiwan. Taiwanese Navy. The Taiwanese Navy, officially known as the Republic of China Navy, is a vital maritime force in the East Asian region. It was formed in 1924. With around 40,000 personnel, it operates a diverse fleet, including submarines, surface ships, and naval aviation assets. The Taiwanese Navy's focus is on safeguarding its maritime borders, maintaining deterrence, and promoting regional stability. Despite geopolitical challenges, it engages in modernization efforts, indigenous shipbuilding, and international cooperation to enhance its capabilities. The Taiwanese Navy operates a fleet encompassing 28 aircraft and 128 ships. This fleet includes 13 minesweepers, 10 landing ship tanks, 12 patrol ships, 14 corvettes, 4 submarines, 31 missile boats, 22 frigates, 4 destroyers, and 10 auxiliaries. Number 9. Italy. Italian Navy. The Italian Navy is officially founded 1861. It has 31,000 personnel approximately. Operating a diverse fleet, it includes aircraft carriers, submarines, and frigates. The Italian Navy's global presence supports maritime security, contributing to international missions and anti-piracy efforts. Technological advancements are evident in its modern vessels and submarine capabilities. The Italian Navy commands a fleet comprising 70 aircraft and 184 vessels. Notable assets include 8 attack submarines, 20 frigates, 10 destroyers, 3 amphibious assault ships, 2 light aircraft carriers, 4 coastal patrol boats, and 10 mine countermeasure vessels, alongside 10 offshore patrol vessels. Number 8. South Korea. The Republic of Korea Navy. The Republic of Korea Navy, shortly ROKN, stands as a robust maritime force, pivotal to South Korea's defense and regional stability. With around 70,000 active personnel, it operates an advanced fleet including destroyers, submarines, and amphibious vessels. The ROKN's capabilities are aimed at securing sea lanes, deterring aggression, and promoting maritime cooperation. Its emphasis on indigenous shipbuilding and technological innovation highlights self-reliance. The South Korean Navy does not have an aircraft carrier, but it has 2 Dokdo-class helicopter carrier, whose size is similar to of aircraft carriers. It is the flagship of the ROKN. The South Korean Navy fleet consists of 234 warships. They are 2 helicopter carrier, 12 destroyers, 14 frigates, 12 corvettes, 22 submarines, 26 patrol ships and 11 mine warfare ships. The most important striking power of the ROKN is the Sejong the Great class guided missile destroyers. Sejong the Great class is most capable destroyer in the world after the American Zumwalt class. It is effective against all kinds of threats coming from air, seas, or land. Number 7. India. Indian Navy. The Indian Navy is founded in 1612 by the East India Company for the purpose of guarding the British sea trade routes. The modern Navy embraces this date as the foundation date of the Navy. The Indian Navy stands as a potent maritime force, vital to India's security and regional stability. With around 67,000 active personnel, it operates a dynamic fleet, including aircraft carriers, submarines, and destroyers. The Indian Navy's strategic reach extends across the Indian Ocean, safeguarding vital sea lanes. Its modernization efforts underscore its commitment to maritime dominance, with indigenous projects boosting self-reliance. The Indian Navy operates a fleet encompassing 300 aircraft, 150 ships, 4 fleet tankers, 1 mine countermeasure vessel, 24 corvettes, 16 attack submarines, 1 ballistic missile submarine, 1 nuclear-powered attack submarine, 13 frigates, 11 destroyers, 8 landing ship tanks, 1 amphibious transport dock, and 2 aircraft carriers. Complementing these are small patrol boats, supplementary vessels, and advanced ships. Number 6. French. French Navy. The French Navy is one of the world's first navy forces. It is founded in 1624. Involved in too many battles around the world, it helped France develop the French colonial empire. Boasting around 37,000 active personnel, it operates a versatile fleet, including nuclear submarines, amphibious assault ships, and frigates. The French Navy maintains a global presence through joint operations and international missions. The French Navy's fleet consists of 180 ships. The Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier is the only one of its kind in the French naval fleet. It is the only nuclear ship outside of the US. The Navy has 3 quantities of Mistral-class helicopter carriers. There are also 11 destroyers, 11 frigates, 10 submarines, 15 patrol ships and 17 mine warfare ships in the Navy. Number 5. Japan. Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force. The naval force of Japan is officially named Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force. Its foundation year is 1954. The Japanese Navy's main role is to establish the control of sea routes and to patrol around Japan's coasts. With approximately 51,000 active personnel, it operates a modern fleet, including destroyers, submarines, and helicopter carriers. The force's commitment to international collaborations and joint exercises fosters regional stability. The fleet consists of 155 vessels. The Japanese Navy doesn't have aircraft carriers, but it has 2 large Izumo-class and 2 Hyuga-class helicopter carriers. These are multi-role ships that can conduct amphibious operations, anti-surface, and anti-submarine warfare. The Izumos are larger than the Italian Cavour and the Spanish Príncipe de Asturias aircraft carriers. They are called helicopter carriers in Japan. The reason behind this is that it is against the Japanese constitution to use weapons that go above the necessary self-defense power. The whole fleet consists of 37 destroyers, 10 frigates, 6 corvettes, 22 submarines, 6 patrol ships and 21 mine warfare ships. Number 4. United Kingdom. Royal Navy. The United Kingdom's Navy is officially called the Royal Navy. The modern Navy embraces 1546 as its foundation year. Starting around mid-18th century, the Royal Navy was the world's most powerful sea force. Today, the Royal Navy has approximately 33,000 personnel. It operates a diverse fleet of vessels, including aircraft carriers, destroyers, frigates, and submarines. The Royal Navy's global reach and modern capabilities contribute to international security efforts. Its 2 Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carriers enhance power projection, and its nuclear-powered submarines provide strategic deterrence. The Royal Navy continues to adapt to evolving threats, engage in joint operations, and play a pivotal role in upholding UK's maritime interests and alliances. Rest of the fleet consists of 6 destroyers, 13 frigates, 11 submarines, 25 patrol ships, and 13 mine warfare ships, 2 amphibious transport docks, and 1 ship of the line. Number 3. Russia. Russian Navy. The Russian Navy was formed in 1992 after the Soviets collapsed. The modern Russian Navy inherited its fleet from the former Soviet Navy. Because of the financial struggles during the Cold War, the Navy suffered a downsize. Still, the Russian Navy is the world's 3rd strongest navy power with around 160,000 active personnel. The only aircraft carrier the Russian Navy has is the Admiral Kuznetsov aircraft carrier. The Russian Navy's fleet consists of 15 destroyers, 11 frigates, 85 corvettes, 64 submarines, 55 patrol ships and 48 mine warfare ships. The Russian Navy's strongest striking power is made up of 9 Udaloy-class and 4 Sovremeny-class destroyers. The Russian Navy's submarines deterring force is quite strong. 10 out of the 64 submarines are Akula-class nuclear attack submarines. There are also 22 improved class attack submarines in the Navy's command, 9 of them being cruise missile submarines. Finally, there are 12 ballistic missile submarines. Number 2. China. The People's Liberation Army Navy, or PLAN. The People's Liberation Army Navy of China has rapidly transformed into a formidable maritime force. the Sea Force of China is formed in 1949. With an expanding fleet of modern ships, submarines, and aircraft carriers, the PLAN asserts China's maritime ambitions. Its 300,000 active personnel and advanced weaponry underline its strategic influence. The Chinese Navy's fleet consists of 777 vessels. It has 2 aircraft carriers as the flagships. It also has 50 destroyers, 46 frigates, 72 corvettes, 79 submarines, 123 patrol ships and 36 mine warfare ships. These impressive numbers illustrate PLAN's extensive naval capabilities and its ambition to project power across the maritime realm. Number 1. United States. United States Navy. The United States Navy, unrivaled in its global reach and technological prowess, stands as the world's preeminent naval force. Anchored by its fleet of aircraft carriers, the U.S. Navy projects power across oceans, providing unmatched strategic mobility and striking capabilities. The Navy's arsenal encompasses advanced surface vessels, state-of-the-art submarines, and a formidable array of naval aviation assets. Beyond its military might, the U.S. Navy engages in humanitarian missions, disaster relief, and peacekeeping operations, embodying a commitment to global stability. In the U.S. Navy's fleet, there is a total number of 490 vessels. They are 11 aircraft carriers, 10 helicopter carriers, 92 destroyers, 21 corvettes, 68 submarines, 13 patrol ships and 8 mine warfare ships. Supported by an intricate network of bases, research facilities, and a highly skilled personnel, the United States Navy is a pivotal instrument of American foreign policy. Its presence not only secures vital sea lanes but also serves as a beacon of American values and leadership on the high seas.